Just when I think I've heard it all in relationship to the F word, forgiveness, then, somebody just drops into the comment section. So I'm just going to read you this little tidbit here. Having hatred and resentment, it's never the answer. That I agree with. We're on the same page right now. Okay, let's see. I already know where we're going with this. It's like drinking poison and expecting that other person gets sick, when in reality, you are the one hurting yourself. Okay. You know what? Actually, I'm getting it. I had to read it like 4 times. I think just when I hear the forgiveness word, and that's not the whole comment, which is why I had to read it a few times. I recognized at some point in time the pain that I was carrying, the anger that I was carrying, the wish for my mother to feel a teensy-weensy little bit of the pain that I was still carrying from all the things she did and all the things that she stole from me. There was a point in time where I realized that I was the one still being punished and she was still getting control over me. Perhaps that's what you mean. I think it is. The problem is it falls apart here for me. Forgiveness is about being mature enough to realize that you can't change what happened in the past and that you need to forgive so you can heal yourself. Maturity is about recognizing that one size doesn't fit all and that how you feel about something isn't necessarily the way others feel. Maturity is making space for what works for each individual person. That's what maturity actually is, or a portion of it. What it's not is trying to make it seem like unless I do it your way by forgiving my mother for the unforgivable and my grandparents for that matter and the whole narcissistic family system, I'm drinking poison and they're getting off scot-free anyway. Well, they already got off scot-free and I don't have to double down and say that it was okay. And before somebody goes, oh, forgiveness doesn't mean you need to be in a relationship. I know that. I also know the technical meaning of forgiveness. I get it. It is about letting go, accepting what you can't change and all of those sorts of things. I understand. What I want you to understand is that for a lot of victim survivors of things that we deem unforgivable, and we get to do that because it happened to us, it feels like you're giving something to somebody that they don't deserve. It feels like, and it is like, people are looking at the victims like we're supposed to just turn the other cheek and forgive. And I don't see you pointing at my abusers, not just one, and saying, well, your mother should be forgivable. And that's not something people say. They put it on the victim. It's a conditioning. It's what's kept victims in place being victimized instead of escaping and learning how to survive and heal. Because forgiveness was leveraged against us. Many of us, not everyone. See that? I don't speak for everyone. I will give my mother nothing. I will give myself everything. And that includes self-forgiveness. And that is how I'm healing. That is how I've been healing. And that's how I'm at the place I am now, which is in great peace. I am living my best life. I am doing everything my mother said I would never be able to do, which is not be like her. I'm traveling the world. I live where I land. My kids are adults. They're healthy. They're happy. My grandkids are one's getting ready to go to university in August. Life is beautiful. I'm independent. I'm doing it on my own. I'm not self-reliant. I'm independent, meaning that I'm not afraid to lean on someone for help if I need it. I'm not afraid to ask for help. Still struggle a bit, but I can make it happen. I have my trusted people. All the things my mother said I would never be able to do, because my mother was a user, a follower, and a parasite. And that's what she tried to make me into. She tried to sell me a bill of goods that I would never be able to stand on my own 2 feet, let alone choose the life I want, let alone build the life I have. I don't need to forgive her. I don't need to forgive anyone. And anybody that I do forgive, it's by choice, and it's because either they did something or said something or showed up in a way that made space for me to want to forgive them. And that goes for myself as well. I showed up in a way for myself that made me realize that I am allowed to forgive myself. I'm not angry at you. I'm not triggered by you. I'm not throwing shade on you. Just know that when you throw around that maturity word, you might want to check in the mirror first. Why is it so important to you to get your point across that forgiveness is the only way? It's this or that, or you're drinking poison and living in anger, bitterness, and all of that. Why is that your mindset so stiffly that it's only that way that we heal? Otherwise, we're carrying that. Like, I would love you to ask yourself that question. Because at the end of the day, that works for some people very naturally. Forgiveness is a part of what they ascribe to. And for others, like myself, we don't. And there's room enough for both of us. And neither way is wrong or right necessarily. It's for the individual person. Have a nice day. Thank you for the comment.